Scentland, the land of scent. Hi, it's Chris back today with another review. This time I'm concentrating on the top, most underrated winter fragrances, or fragrances specifically for winter. And what do you expect from a winter fragrance? You want it to be cozy, you want it to be warm, you want it to be comforting and a little bit festive as well, because we have the Christmas time in winter. And actually the part of the winter I like, because I don't like snow and I don't like cold, the part of winter I like is November, December. It's cozy and you're expecting the festive period, and then Christmas and New Year's Eve and all that is great. So I've chosen these 5 fragrances in order to show 5 fragrances that are, underrated, under the radar, out of the spotlight. I could have chosen Burberry London or L'Instant de Guerlain Extrême or anything like that. Didn't want to. My aim here today is to look at fragrances that are, sort of discontinued, forgotten, or not forgotten, they're still in the market but not very well known. So this is why, and this is how I've chosen the 5 fragrances for today. And let me start with the first one. It's an extremely special fragrance, Roche Louis. This is huge. I mean, this is really a bomb. Why? It is because the combination of cedar, neroli, amber, patchouli, and so on and so on and so on make it. I don't want to deep dive on each of the fragrances. This is an overview, and the overview, the overall feeling that this fragrance gets me is extreme. It's like a over decorated Christmas tree in an old Victorian room with old curtains, big massive furniture. The window wasn't open for days or months even. Somebody spilled a bottle of sweet port wine broke, and nobody really cared about it, and it's in the air. So, and you enter the room, and it kicks you in the nose, this sweet, overly, somehow overdone room with this Christmas tree that is just decorated. Maybe some cakes are on the table already, and it's warm, it's cozy, yet it's very flamboyant. It's very it's probably, if you overspray it, can be cloying. It's so massive, this fragrance, and its projection longevity, sillage are huge. This could be niche. I have on purpose not selected niche. This could be niche. It's amazing, the quality of this juice. It has been discontinued. It's from 2003, and Michel Amarek was one of the noses on this one. It has been discontinued, but it gets a lot of love still. I bought it blind. I can't really wear it. I bought it 4 years ago, or 5 years ago. I almost haven't used it, but it's still a great choice for somebody who is flamboyant, probably an artist, probably somebody who has a special sort of personality that and wants to make a statement. It's ready to make a statement. Roche Louis. It's warm. It has even a bit of a piney mossy thing going on, or at least to my nose it has. But this amber, patchouli, neroli, cedar, woody, warm, punchy, boozy thing is going on. It's unbelievable. It's really a huge personality. Roche Louis. Second fragrance. It's the most mainstream of those that I'm going to be introducing, and probably the most wearable. Wolfgang Job, 2008. It's a great scent. Very warm, very cozy. Cinnamon, lavender. It has, like the bottle, it has an orangey vibe to it, but with lavender, cinnamony, cedars. It's woody. It's warm. Givaudan is the nose of the big French perfume factory, I'd say so. It has a sweetness about it, and has a great personality, and a quite masculine touch as well. Again, 2008, so this is actually a very modern take on a winter fragrance, but it gives you really the comfortable warm, cozy vibe of self-confidence, and it's modern enough as well, and even wearable in the office. While if you enter, let's say, with Rocha Louis in an office, no, everybody's going to look at you like this. This is totally wearable in an office environment as well. You don't have to be as flamboyant. This is more of a safe choice for the winter, so this is why I've included it. But still, nevertheless, great fragrance. Next one. So we have had the flamboyant French. We have had the most wearable German. Now we have the special Italian. Fendi Uomo, the spicy Italian ragazzo or uomo. It's more an uomo than a ragazzo, so it's more a mature man, spicy. 1988 was the year when this came out, and it has a dated feeling. It reminds me of a high-end, little bit dated hotel lobby. It's that, when you enter and you smell like, there's some good people in here. It's a bit dated, but still top-notch hotel. And this is what it gives me. It's a leathery coriander, patchouli, cinnamon, jasmine, vetiver, spice explosion that is very well mannered, very classy, very Italian, extremely warm and spicy, perfect for the winter. This wraps you, and this is, again, if you want to make a statement, this is again not necessarily an office scent. So although you could probably still wear this in an office, for example, but it's nevertheless it's a winter fragrance. It's something that spices you up in the winter time when you're freezing, when you want to feel a little bit of a spicy comfort. The classical Italian way, yeah. And this is the fragrance for you, eccola qua. So, who could be next? Talking about flamboyant, right? With Rocha Louis. Take this one. This even looks flamboyant. Look at that bottle. Christian Lacroix, 2005 release. And it's what? Cedar. Cedar, incense, cedar. Cedar! It's like Azzaro Visit on steroids. Cedar and incense. That's what you get. Nothing, there's no. It's very one-dimensional. It's extremely long-lasting. It's 2 sprays and it's enough. It's a cedar and incense stuff. Perfect for winter. Perfect. It's a warm, woody bomb. Again, for somebody who is more artistic or more, somebody again wants to make a statement, who wants to be special as well, and wants to be handled as such. He doesn't put your mainstream stuff on. He puts this on for the winter time, or even she. I don't believe in gender splitting. That's just marketing for fragrances, in my opinion. This could be for him, for her as well. No problem. Any of these could. It depends on the person, not on the marketing. So, cedar incense, amazing. And the bottle, it's a beauty. This is a 30 ml bottle. There's no, except for the cap there, there's nothing written. Perfect. Discontinued. Beautiful. I bought this 5 years ago, and I smell it. I still think of the time when I used it in that winter in 2009. Great one. Again, totally different personality to the others. And let's have the last one, which again is a personality for itself. This is actually not a designer. This is a celebrity fragrance, but it's a classic. It's discontinued. It's from France, and it's Alain Delon, the original 125 ml Alain Delon from 1980. They say Mark Buxton is the nose with this one. This is the first fragrance that I've ever bought for myself. In the winter of 1990 it was, and it still reminds me of the time. It is at this stage a bit dated, but it's still great. It has a honey patchouli, honey lavender, benzoin, pine thing going on, and it is a personality, and it is a smell that I cannot compare to anything else I've ever smelled in my last 24 years of smelling fragrances. Perfect for winter. I only use it in winter. I don't use this bottle because this is a special one. It has to be like this forever. I don't use it, therefore it has to be full. But this is it can be, you know, I've received statements that it's a bit old manish, and you know, nowadays generation has a different opinion than back in the 80s when this was a huge success. And now it smells a bit dated, but it's not 80s powerhouse. You know, it just has probably because of the pine, because now the piney mossy thing is not really popular. I think if you put on pine or moss, everybody says, well, it's old manish or it's dated or whatever. Come on, you know, not everything can be aquatic citrusy, especially in the winter. Come on, huge personality, this baby, huge personality. And look how much I love it. Come on. This actually was the presentation in the 80s when it came out. This is an original photo from the time. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I have another one here. This is not a photo. I mean, this is a real product. This is a box, like a presentation box. This is Monsieur Alain Delon. And this is the fragrance paired up with a bar of soap, Alain Delon. Extremely nice, yes, and the matching deodorant stick as well. So you can see I'm very much into this fragrance, and I adore it ever since. Well, it's the first fragrance of my life, so I really rank it high. And it reminds me a lot of winter, but because of the ingredients, you know, the honey. This pinish thing as well, the benzoin, the lavender makes it fresh yet classy, and the entire mix is an amazing personality to this fragrance. So again, if you find it, get it. If you collector, especially then. But if you're looking for something classy and special for the winter time, and you can get it, then I would say go for it. So here we have the 5, all different personalities, all perfect in winter, or almost exclusively in winter. I wouldn't wear, probably with the exception of Wolfgang Job, I wouldn't wear any of these in the summer, let's say. Maybe Fendi in the summer night can be a bit cloying. But again, you know, these are the 5 under the radar fragrances that I think are perfect for winter. And probably only winter, but I don't exclude, you know, any time of the year. It's just my opinion, as usual and as always. But for sure, if you're looking for something that is not as popular as your you know, in the spotlight fragrances that we all know of, I on purpose don't repeat any names or any particular brands, because I don't want to put anybody or any fragrance down. The purpose of this one was to introduce you to these 5 forgotten little treasures of perfumery, of designer perfumery or perfumery. Yeah, got it there. In order for you to have some sort of an information on them, and if you see them somewhere, or if you can get them, if you want to try them in the winter time, around Christmas, you know, to really have that sort of warm, cozy, special feeling, and have a different, even sometimes a bit flamboyant personality. Get one of these, or get them all if you can. I totally recommend them all, and I use them all more or less, you know, regular, but sure in the winter time. So that was my take on the 5 under the radar designer winter fragrances. I hope you liked the review. Let me know. Any comments are welcome. If you want to subscribe to our channel, it's also highly appreciated. And I'll be back with more reviews. It was a pleasure. I'm Chris, and see you soon again. Take care. Bye bye. Alain Delon. Oh oui.